Do you believe you can have perfect peace right here on earth? While you living?
Yeah,
And you do believe it?
I do.
And do you have perfect peace?
No.
And so why don't you make yourself have perfect peace if you believe it?
I guess I'm I'm choosing to have resentments.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you
yeah.
love your resentments?
I think I do right now, even though I will tell you that I don't.
That's a
It's a warm blanket.
that is the honest truth. Most human beings, almost all, most human beings love their hell. They love their insane world that they live in. It's like a warm blanket.
Yeah.
And if you try to take it away from them, they'll shoot you. They'll
Yeah.
cuss you out. They're like, what the? I love my insane world.
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm here right now, because I have had such a perspective shift about a lot of things over the last few years, and I don't like the captivity that I'm in ultimately. Excuse me. But I'm also becoming aware that I've created a comfort in that
Yeah.
for myself. So I'm forcing myself to get up and come here on a Sunday and get dressed and be around human beings and open my mouth and listen to somebody else in effort to shift the needle, because I know that spiritually I'm just rotting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just,
Though you love your hell, you do want to overcome it.
I do, because I've lived parts of my life in the sunlight of the spirit, and I know that this isn't, I know that if this is what my life looks like, there's no point.
Yeah.
And
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? And so I can't believe that there's no point. So I'm getting into action, even though
Nice.
I don't want to.
Before I get into action with this young lady want to tell you how to overcome your hell.
Sitting still. I recently just stepped right back into my own hell. So I know exactly how you feel, where you're there and these thoughts are just inundating. So being able to sit still is really, I mean, and you feel like you're going through hell just sitting still, but that is probably the only way out of your hell. Otherwise, you'll just be drowning in these thoughts. And sometimes there's these thoughts that we don't even think they're thoughts, but they're thoughts and you're thinking it. So being able to sit in it, see it, and let it go is really, I mean, for me, I mean, I'm speaking for myself because I know I'm going through it as we speak. Sitting still and seeing your thoughts and being able to sit in your own hell is a way out of hell, really. Yeah.
And to add to that, the beginning of overcoming that, you must overcome anger first. You must forgive. Did your sister tell you that Jesse said you got to forgive Mama?
Yeah. We had a whole conversation about this the other day.
And did you believe her when she told you that?
Yeah.
And did you go and forgive your mother?
I've forgiven my mother.
You told her?
Yeah.
And what did she say?
Well, I mean, it was kind of a back and forth, and I think I don't really remember specifically, because it was I don't know, a couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago?
Yeah.
So have you gone back since your sister told you the right way to do it?
I like the commentary in the back.
And he can't help it. Pray for him.
It's always like, wait, I don't know, I got to think again. I told her the other day, I've forgiven my mother. I don't necessarily like my mother, and so I feel like I'm constantly in a state of trying, like if I talk to her on the phone, it's like jumping jacks of like, I feel irritated, hang up, I have to forget, like I'm constantly like, just accept her who she is, forgive her, it's like ultimately we're just two different people. She is who she is, and rock on.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have any problem with anything she's done in my life, how she raised me. Like, it's all groovy. I just
You just
don't
can't
enjoy
stand
talking
her.
to her.
Did you know you were just like her?
Yeah, I said that to my sister too. I said that's my biggest fear, is that I'm becoming the person that bugs me the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have not forgiven her then? Because you are like her. The reason you're just like her because you resent her. And that's why you can't stand to talk to her or anything. And you try, but it never works because you have not forgiven her. You know how you can't help yourself? You get angry, you want to be fine, you don't want to, all this stuff you're carrying, but you can't help it. You don't want to argue with your mother, but you can't help it. Am I right? It's like
I don't
something-
argue with her anymore.
It's like
I
something
don't.
else is making you get irritated at her. You don't want to be irritated.
Ultimately, and I said this to my sister, ultimately there's a sadness because there's how I used to see her as a child and who she is as my mother right now are just, it's like, I'm sad that I don't have this person that I thought that I did
Yeah.
when I was 10.
Yeah.
But I'm also 45 and like life has moved on. I'm also a mother, so it's like,
And you've driven your kids crazy too.
is my daughter crazy? She doesn't like me.
Yeah. Because you have done the same thing to her that your mother
Right.
did to you.
I can see that. I
Yeah.
agree.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
You just your mama created you her image, you create your daughter her image, she's going to treat her kids her
Yeah.
image, and it goes on and nothing but hell.
I agree.
Yeah. Have you forgiven your mother? And I'll come back. Right here.
Oh yes, I love my mom.
Have you forgiven her?
Yes.
You forgave your mother?
Well, like, what do you mean by do I forgive?
I can't hear you.
Like, what do you mean by do I forgive her?
Have you forgiven her? Have you gone to her and forgiven her?
No, haven't.
Why not? I thought you said you loved her. Why haven't you forgiven her?
Well, I really do love my mother, but
Then if you love her, you will forgive her. Why haven't you forgiven her?
I'm not sure what to forgive her for.
Imposing her will on you, making you shy and not able to speak up because she would back you down every time you tried to. Can't you forgive her for that?
Yes.
And why haven't you forgiven her for that?
Why haven't I? Well, I think I should.
And why haven't you?
I'm not sure why I haven't. Maybe I'm just too.
Speak up for me. Speak from the chest. Yell at us the way you yell at those girls.
Well, I don't want to see her hurt in any type of way.
You don't want to see her hurt,
Yes.
but
I
she's
don't-
hurt you.
Well, yeah, I just have to speak up.
I'm sorry?
I just have to speak up.
And how will you hurt her by saying, Mother, I'm sorry for resenting you. I realize now you couldn't help yourself. How would that hurt her?
Because I'm not sure how she will take it.
Why do you care how she would take it? You're forgiving her so God can forgive you for resenting her. So why do you care how she would take it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't hear you.
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Have you forgiven your father for not protecting you from her?
No.
And why not?
Still not sure.
You're not sure?
You know.
Do you still live with them?
I live with my mom.
How old are you?
24.
You live with your mama?
Yes.
No wonder you don't want to forgive her. She'll put you out. What is it like being 24 and living with mama?
Yeah, I do want to make some changes.
Right. So what is it like living with mama at 24?
It's still mama. I love her cooking. I love everything about my mom. You know, being around her. It's just,
You love being around her?
I love my mom.
Though you hate her, you love being around her?
I don't hate her. I don't hate her. I don't like some things she's done in the past, but that's the past. I don't want to look back to that.
But it's still with you.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes.
So it's not in the past, it's right here, right now. When you was growing up and you asked your father to help you deal with your mother, what would he say?
Oh, he was dealing with her, so I don't think
He was dealing with her?
Yeah.
He had a hard time dealing with her?
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Oh, so you couldn't ask for help, huh?
Mm-mm.
He needed your help, huh? With the other mic, I want one mic right here. Have you forgiven your father for not protecting you from your mother?
Wait, say that again?
Have you forgiven your father for not protecting you from your mother?
No, I never thought about it. I don't have any resentments towards my dad. I suppose I could have a conversation and forgive him for certain things, but I just don't.
When you were asked him to help you deal with your mother when you were growing up, hey, tell her to back off, help me deal with her, what would he say?
He would have said, I'm already out the door. I can't deal with her either. I'm not even in this state. I'm going to go.
Oh, he didn't live with you guys?
Well, he was in and out. He couldn't deal with her either.
Yeah.
You know, when I look back, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Agree to disagree, it doesn't matter. I just
How did
get
he
it.
expect a child to deal with their mother when a grown man can't even deal with her?
I don't know. I mean, I've looked at both of my parents individually so much through years of therapy and writing, and it's like, I don't know, the fact they didn't even kill each other is a miracle, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I understand. All mothers and fathers going through the same thing.
Yeah.
There's not one that's not going through that.
Yeah.
Amazing. So one last thing, then I gotta move on here. When you were dating, you tell your girlfriend, come on, we going to my mama's house?
Well, yes.
What the? How did that feel when you say, hey, we going on a date at my mama's house?
No, we don't go to date at mom's house.
I know, but when you tell her, come on, I'm living with my mama, what does it feel like saying those words and knowing that she see you're 24 years old living with mama? How does that feel to you?
It feels that I need to get my stuff together.
Yeah.
I need to get things done, which I feel like I've been doing.
You have a job?
Yes.
You have a job?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you can afford your own place?
Not at the moment, but I have a new upcoming job and I will be able to.
Oh, okay. Get 2 jobs.
Yes.
Anything to get you out of mama's house. Your daddy lived there too?
No.
Oh, he moved a long time ago.
Yeah.
All right.